Happy December, y'all. I'm pulling up real casual today. Y'all don't ever see me in my bonnet, but I'm being easy on myself because I'm trying something new. Those of you who've been following me know that I have another channel, and never have I actually done like a real vlogmas, okay? I don't have that kind of energy. I really don't. I do like weekly vlogs for December, but I never actually do vlogmas. But because I really am trying to get this channel on and popping, right? We're going to do 25 days of books. I figured this would be a great way for me to do like some cozy reading vlogs, also getting some reviews out of the way, talking about my favorite books of the year. I really do look bald. I promise I'm not, y'all. There's nothing wrong with being bald. But I thought it would be a really great way to like do all of those things and kind of catch up on some of the things that I've missed this year, in the throes of just trying to get used to being consistent here and being consistent elsewhere. So today, we're gonna do a little TBR challenge. So if you haven't, you should go watch my 10 Before the End. It was a very delusional physical TBR. I have a lot of physical books that I need to read. I buy a lot of books. I love buying books, it's my thing. And so I thought I would do like the bookish girlies do and do a little grab and pick a book to start today. So today is not going to be me finishing like the entire book. It's very rare that I finish a book in a day because I have health problems. I have really bad brain fog. Sometimes I finish a book in a day if I'm really just like on it that day, but most of the times I don't. So we're gonna start one of the books on my TBR together, and I may throw in a little bit of Kindle love because, you know, my wife upgraded me and got me a Kindle for Christmas. I'm so appreciative. I couldn't afford to get one for myself this year, and she was like, you know what, I got you. Yeah, I've been loving her, and I have been going ham on the books. It's so much easier to read on a Kindle. It really is. So I need to focus more on my physical TBR, but I am also going to be teetering back to my Kindle. Right now I'm reading Loving the Legend by Kit Gray. It was a recommendation from my friend Divine, and we read this for her book club. I am behind though. We talked about the book last night, but I do still need to finish it. So I'm going to be working on that, and we're also going to pick one from my TBR. So what are we gonna read today? Ooh, Her Soul for Revenge. We're doing monster. Okay, bet. Let me go get her. All right, I went ahead and got her and got a bookmark. I'm just using one of my vouchers from Books and Bites. But this is she. Her Soul for Revenge by Harley Laroux. This is book 2 in the Souls trilogy. I have already read book 1. Absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to get into this one. This one follows Juniper and Zane. If you don't know anything about the series, this is I would put this in like the paranormal monster category, truly, and also dark romance. We have these young women who are living in a small town who are all being affected by a local cult, essentially. And so the first book, the FMC accidentally literally summons a demon. And this is how she is thrust into this world. The demon is someone that has been doing basically the job for this cult. And he's fucking sick of all of them. And so through their relationship and coming together, we see how deep this cult runs. In that book, we meet Juniper and Zane. So I'm excited to go ahead and get into their story. So I'm going to set a timer for an hour. And I'm going to do an hour of Her Soul for Revenge. We're also going to do an hour of Loving the Legend by Kit Gray. This is an MM basketball romance. It's so good. So much yearning. Sid and Ty are my babies, period. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap in. let's do a little update while I get ready to make dinner. I think I'm gonna do some potato soup. That sounds good. Y'all know Thanksgiving just passed. And look, I don't ever really get sick of Thanksgiving food, but I just want something a little bit more cozy. It's been kind of overcast today. But anyway, you know the book is hitting, the book is eating when the timer goes off and you don't want to stop. So I made it 40 pages in. Like I said, I'm not the fastest reader in the world, so don't judge me. So exactly 4 chapters in. Y'all, this has been so good. It's been a minute since I've started anything new from Harley Laroux. I think I finished the first book in the Souls trilogy last year, so it's been some time since I've read anything new from Harley Laroux. And honestly, I've been itching for another Harley Laroux read, and I've really been thinking about doing a reread of The Losers Duet, because I love those books. I wish I could read those books for the first time again, truly. But this right here is eating. I will say I much prefer Juniper to our girl from book 1. The main character in book 1 irked my nerves. She was obnoxious as fuck. But it was still a really, really good book. Like, she was just one of those main characters that you wanted to hit her over the head. Like, she was smart in all the wrong ways. Juniper is scrappy, okay? She is scrappy. So at the top of the book, we're introduced to the lore of Juniper. And so Juniper is the first girl that is sacrificed to repay this god. So the backstory to all of these books is that back in the day, there was a mine that was being dug in the town of Avalon. While they were digging this mine, they dug a little too deep. Think like Lord of the Rings, dug a little too deep, a little too greedily. If you know, you know. And they awoke a god. Now, when this happened, all of the coal miners died that were doing the digging except for 3. Even though there are rumors of those coal miners having to do some pretty icky things to stay alive, it has always been rumored that those coal miners admitted that they were actually saved by a god. And so the people of this town heavily worship this god, and it is time for them to repay. Essentially, are expected to pay this god back by sacrificing the souls of the family members of these 3 surviving victims from long ago. And so Juniper is the first one to go. And she is tricked by people who she thinks are her friends into basically getting high, popping up at a church, and but what they didn't plan on was that Juniper got out. And so they basically set up a plot to put her into a mental facility, and they have everyone basically saying that she's crazy. The police there are like bought and paid for, all of that stuff, right? And so when Juniper gets out of the hospital, when she gets out of the mental facility, she ends up encountering a demon that she doesn't initially know was a demon. This demon, Zane, is actually best friend to Leon from book 1. And so when he encounters her, he is deeply intrigued. Obviously, these magical things have happened to her. And so pretty much every creature of the night wants her. But he decides he's going to have her. But he gives her a warning. You're a little green right now. So I'm going to give you some time to struggle. And I'm going to wait patiently. And when the time is right, you'll be ready to make a deal. And that is how the book starts. That is where the story really gets us. I have no doubt that Zane is going to come in. He is going to fall hard for Juniper. And that he is going to help her get revenge on the people that tried to kill her. Oh, I see it in the future. So I am going to go ahead and work on dinner. And while I'm working on dinner, I will probably read a little bit. Now that I think about it, do I need carrots? I might throw carrots in there anyway. It's healthy. So while I'm cooking, while everything is simmering on the stove, I am probably going to go ahead and work on Loving the Legend. I'm a pretty good ways into Loving the Legend, so I just need to go ahead and finish it. And then after Loving the Legend, we are actually going to work on book 2 in this series. I don't know if I'm going to do a reading vlog on that or not. So y'all stay tuned and we'll wrap this up.